Welcome everybody to the pretty long-awaited first video of the Unhealthy series, despite the fact that we are starting on part 8. So for anyone who's not familiar, what we did was part 1 through part 7 of my progress, we posted on the forums in a picture and text format. Those threads were pretty well received. We usually gained 200 views within the first 24 hours of being posted. Which is quite a bit of traction. Now, a lot of people really enjoyed the content, but I also had some people tell me, hey, it'd be better if the video, if the progress was in a video form, because it has a lot of content in it, it has a lot of potential. It's definitely a series that people are interested in. And I 100% agree. I definitely agree, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's actually easier for me as well because I can show the visual aspect, which really emphasizes the importance of certain methods, and it really allows me to go into more detail as well with the video format. So just putting a little intro in here first before we get to the progress. One little disclaimer that I want to put in is the clip quality isn't the greatest. It's a little bit choppy in this first episode. I'm not running on a great PC. I've been trying to mess around with OBS settings a little bit to make the video more fluid and less choppy. So the first video is going to be a little choppy, but the second video and on should be pretty good. I'm going to keep tweaking settings until I get it perfect, but for now, just expect it to be a little choppy. But without further ado, let's get into the progress. Alright guys, to recap last week, we're going to go through the items we got. First, we got 5 Elysian Spirit Shields, 2 Spectral Spirit Shields. We got the Bandos Hilt, we got the Imbued Heart, the Occult, the Dragon Hatchet. The Coconut Milks are going to be great for anti-venoms for Zolra. The Morchella Mushrooms are going to be great for prayer renewals, just overall. And then those Dragon Dart Tips are going to be huge for when we get our Blowpipe. Using my 500mm Fletching Cape to make those darts is going to make a lot more darts for me. But there is one thing, the major setback that we did. And it's going to be this right here. 42 HP. Sadly, we went back to Corp after lamping our strength a little bit, and we forgot to lock our XP again. So we're going to have to reset this now. For anyone who doesn't know, in order to reset your HP, you have to reset everything, which means I'm going to lose this 305 mil strength. That's equivalent to doing 23 days of penguins. That's a lot of experience. But the other one that we're going to lose is 500 mil range. We just got this last week. It took over 30,000 cannonballs. And now we're going to have to say goodbye to both of them. All right. Now that we are fully reset, all of our combat stats were reset to 1, and our HP is back to 10. It's time for the comeback. There is only one thing, one singular thing that will make this bounce back possible from this reset, and that's getting 500 mil smithing. Now right now you're watching me do all of my dust in a last ditch attempt to make this bounce back possible. The reset happened on Friday night. I waited all of Saturday and I'm hoping for an Edgeville star, and I don't get it. And I say, you know what, in order to make this reset possible, I need a whole day for smithing. So on Saturday night when I got a Wilderness Star, I decided I'm chucking all of my dust in a all-in win it or lose it all attempt. Not only do I need all of those bars, but I also need all of that cash for resource area. So with help of my friend and the support, he protected me at the Wilderness Star. And it was very, very sketchy, very, very, very dangerous. Yes, I am low combat because I just reset. However, if one person comes through and hits me like a 20, I'm dead. And I lose all of this progress. It was an insanely ballsy move, but it had to be done. It had to be done in order to get 500 mil smithing. And 500 mil smithing is a big, big part. You don't have to use any coal to make any bars. And the smithing and smelting speeds are twice as fast. Now this means that I can get that cape and I can turn all of the iron ore that I can buy at the Czar shop straight into steel bars. and then I can turn those straight into cannonballs. And I would have 500 mil ranged next week. So we'll come back to the end of this, and we'll show you if I get out and how much I get out with. Alright guys, so we made it. We made it out with 1 bill cash, and that's just what we needed for those resource entries. So I want to show you guys the total amount of bars that I have been collecting since the beginning of the account. So I have 3.8k mithril bars, 3.1k addy bars, and 1.9k rune bars. The method that I'm going to be using for smithing XP is going to include the following boosters: 2 times XP weekend, resource area, smithing brawlers, vote books, and the well of goodwill. To maximize the amount of XP per hour, we're going to be making plate bodies. Plate bodies require 5 bars to make, and it doesn't matter what you're making, you gain the same amount of XP per bar. Each mithril plate body gives 136,085 experience. The amount of mithril bars that we have currently will net us 103,560,685 XP. Adamant bars grant 170,107 XP per plate body. Our adamant bars will net us 106,997,303 XP. Rune bars grant 204,000 XP per plate body. Our rune bars will grant 77,316,000 XP. Adding up all of the current bars that we have, we will gain 287,873,988 experience. Now hopefully on our way to 500 mil, we will be able to exchange more dust to gain more bars for more XP. We may also have to go to Aviancies to get more addy bars, and we may end up lamping near the end just to finish it off, because we really have to get 500 mil at the end of this weekend. Alright guys, so after doing some calculations, we're going to need some more bars. We're at 422 mil XP now, and our brawlers have 37 charge left. So we're going to need to get more bars to finish off 500 mil, and we're also going to need more brawlers. I did the math. It's going to take about 5.5 brawlers total. We've used 5. We have 84 points left. We need 16 more to buy another set, and we have to wait 4 more hours to get our next task. We need to hope for a really easy task, because it's really late at night right now, and I have to go to bed at some point. So if we get a hard task like dragon dehyde bodies, like black dehyde bodies, it's going to really suck, and it may not be possible. So we have to hope that we get a really good easy task to get our last set of brawlers. Since we have to wait a few more hours to get a skill task for our last set of brawlers, what we're going to do in the meantime is get our range up. So we're cannoning now. We just hit 97. Now we're going to go kill Aviancies and get the remaining addy bars needed to finish 500 mil smithing. So after doing some quick calculations, I believe it's only going to take about a little over 1,100 addy bars to finish off 500 mil smithing. So what we're going to do, just in case, is we're going to go over that a little bit in case I die while teleporting in to the resource area and someone picks up my bars, or stops me from looting them for whatever reason. So we're going to get a few extras just in case. We're almost done here at Aviancies. We're going to get another couple bar drops, but yeah, alright, so there's our last one. We now have 1,225 bars. That's about 100 more than I need. We still have to wait another about 2 hours until we can get our skill task, so we're just going to relax, take a break, and just wait for our skill task. Alright guys, this is it. We need a really good easy task. Come on. Yes! Yes, guys! Fire Titans. That's so easy. Alright, so we're going to go do this real quick, and then we're going to buy our brawlers, and we're going to finish off 500 mil smithing. Alright guys, so we just finished that skill task. It was super easy, super quick, exactly what we needed. Now we're buying the last set of brawlers for 500 mil smithing, but there's still one more issue. We don't have enough cash. So what we're going to have to do is alch this Ellie. We have 5 of them, so it doesn't really matter, I got 5, I only really need 1. So we're going to alch this, get the cash for it, and then we'll be able to finish up 500 mil smithing. All right, boys, here it is. This is our last trip. No more after this. Oh man, it was a long road. It took over 10,000 bars in total. It took 8+ hours. It took over 1.4 bill cash, but we did it. We did it, and it's one of the biggest upgrades. It is the most pinnacle thing to make that bounce back from that reset. We can now get 500 mil ranged. And we are the first Ironman with 500 mil smithing. So while the Well of Goodwill is still active and while our vote books are still active, we're maxing our combat stats out again. So we're getting 99 prayer range. We are doing attack and strength now. We'll do magic later tonight. We'll splash that. Sadly, I already used my Tears of Guthix, so we're going to have to wait till next weekend to get defense to 99. But tomorrow I will just Tears of Guthix it to maybe like 78 or so. And I will be able to use all of my gear again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright guys, now that we have 500 mil smithing and we've maximized all of our combat skills, we're all 99s now except for defense as I mentioned. What we need to do is buy the cape, but we don't have enough cash, so we're going to have to alch another Ellie, which is fine. We've got 3 of them after this anyway. It doesn't really matter. But while we're doing all this, we're going to go get the cape. I'm going to explain the perks of the cape again. So the first perk is you don't need any coal to make any bars, which is really huge because that means steel bars for cannonballs and steel plate bodies are going to be extremely fast to get. Rune bars are going to be a little easier to get. And I'm going to be able to use the second perk of it, which is twice as fast smithing and smelting, which is going to make, again, making the bars extremely fast and making the items really fast. So it's going to make cannonballs, steel plate bodies, rune darts, rune bolts, rune arrows. It's going to make all of those things extremely, extremely fast now. Phew, alright guys, weekend is over, it's Monday, I have Tears of Guthix my defense. Man, that was an insane weekend, but we did a lot of progress. So, just to cool down, we've just been doing some leech raids just to, get through it. And oh, we got a Tarn's Imbued Scroll. That's actually pretty big. We already have the diary. We got that in one of our early episodes. Now we have both pieces to imbue and enchant the salve ami. Now all we need is the actual amulet. Alright, so I think this is my 4th or 5th run today. I can't quite remember, but we actually had a really good cap this time. We had about 6.2k points. It's one of my higher caps actually, so we should get a good amount of supplies here. Hopefully it's something we really need. Let's check it out. Oh yes, we got 1k Stardust and some steel bars. That's huge. The Stardust is big. It's going to help me with 500 mil mining. And those steel bars are big for cannonballs. And we're going to be making cannonballs throughout the week. And on the weekend, we're going to get 500 mil range. Welcome back, guys. So, here's the plan for today. And this is why I'm so excited, okay? It's Saturday night. And as you can probably tell by my inventory, we are about to cannon. And we're going to finish 500 mil range. We cannoned a little bit yesterday, and we cannoned a little bit today. And I finally decided to throw on the recording now that we are a lot closer. So I did the calculations, and I think I should have enough. I should have enough cannonballs and enough steel bars. We should be able to hit 500 mil range with this. So we're going to go do that. We're going to go to rock crabs. That's usually where I go. So we're going to go to the training area. Oh, wow. Ion. Nice. All right. So we're going to set down the cannon. I'm going to drop down the imp to collect my charms. Pop a vote book. Fire the cannon. Now here's what we do. While the cannon is going, we're going to make more cannonballs. Now this is again the beauty of the smithing cape is that I can make 2 inventories of cannonballs before I have to go refill my cannon, which is absolutely amazing. That update was I think last week, where you can leave the area that your cannon is in and you'll still shoot it and get the XP, which is absolutely amazing. First time I did the 500 mil range grind, you couldn't do that, so I was literally just sitting at bandits for 8 hours straight. It was awful. Currently 482 mil XP in range. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the blue charms that we got from cannoning, and we're going to finish off 500 mil summoning as well. So we're going to get both 500 mil range and 500 mil summoning tonight. It's 111,220 XP per Ice Titan right now. So I should only need about 1,438 blue charms. So we definitely have enough. So we're going to go do that, and we'll get both of these tonight, man. It's going to be a great night. After 30,000 cannonballs for the second time, we get 500 mil range again. For the second time. There it is. Alright. Now we're going to go finish 500 mil summoning. And this will be fun. Here it is. 498.9 mil summoning. Last inventory for 500 mil. Here we go. Now that I have 500 mil summoning and 500 mil range, I'm going to go grab both of those capes, and I'll explain to you guys why these are so huge. Okay, so the first cape that we're going to be looking at is the 500 mil range cape. Now, this is an extremely crucial piece to the 10 HP Ironman account, and that's because its first perk is it acts as an Ava's accumulator, which makes it the only bolt saving item that I can have. The reason for that is because in order for an Ironman to achieve the Ava's accumulator, you must complete every single quest. But you simply can't do that with a 10 HP Ironman, because there's one quest that requires 70 HP, and that's the Chef's Special quest. So this is why the cape is extremely crucial, because it's the only thing that I can use that will save my bolts. And then its second perk is that it has an increased 10% chance of activating your enchanted bolt effect, which is going to be massive for the ruby bolts and for the dragon bolts. Now we're going to look at the summoning cape. Now this one's really simple, but it actually has a pretty good effect, and that is that it has a 30% chance to save your secondary items when making a pouch, which in turn means that per inventory I'll be able to make a lot more Steel Titan pouches. Even though I have 500 mil smithing, this is just going to increase my overall efficiency when it comes to making Steel Titan pouches. Our next big accomplishment has been in the works for 2 months. I'll see you next week.